guys, welcome back to
Two Cooks
and One Server. So in today's episode, you guys will get a special treat of us just going off on all kind of tangents. It's a time of the year where like Spotify says everyone's top listening of musics.
Yeah, we're discussing that today. I'm in the top 7% of playing fucking shit.
I don't have a Spotify, so I'm not on there at all.
Well, you should get the Spotify.
You know, I have enough as it is.
You don't have an excuse, alright?
I have enough things as it is, enough passwords to remember, usernames.
Sign in with your Facebook.
Alright, want something funny? I have long forgotten my account info of my Facebook. It just transfers over automatically, and I just hope to God I never have to worry about resetting it.
Oh, I change it every time I get a new phone.
Yeah, every time I try to do it, something goes down, and it's like, you need to log into this account, now this email, now this thing, now call us. And it's like, why is it always with me? It's so complicated to do the simplest stuff. And so I've just always hoped to God my Facebook doesn't get, like, seriously hacked. That's why I don't have, like, my phone number or, like, home address or any credit card info on there either. It's like with Netflix, only if the Facebook thing goes, the memes go, and the memes go, I just get outrageously depressed. The dope memes are gone, and... But yeah, I'm good on that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we should do? We should do, like, Facebook Lives before we start our shows.
Or what if it's us, like, shooting shit and fucking around and stuff?
Yeah, and then, like, I mean, we can record the show on Facebook Live, but I don't think that's like, you know, we just start, and then we have, like, a after-cat type shit.
So we're just, like, on the phone, on our phones and stuff, and, like, finishing our drinks and shit, and one of our friends to the bathroom.
Up there, or whatever, like, for, like, 30, how we're shooting this shit right here.
Sounds like people are just gonna hear me bitch about how bad I have heartburn.
That's part of it.
I mean, that's part of it.
My whole, like, I don't want to change my Facebook account info because I'm worried I'll lose it. And
that's
super annoying to change for some reason.
Exactly.
Tell them your social security number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And your credit card number?
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1.
I feel like that's not enough numbers.
Well, one way to try. Or one way to find out is to try.
Expiration date. I need an expiration date, and also
It's January 2nd, 2003.
You're a little bit off.
It doesn't matter. It's just
2003.
It doesn't actually expire. It's a shame.
It won't let me use it.
It's like Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. They never actually expire.
Because don't they do like...
I don't think that works with credit cards.
Go and find out.
They gotta make sure you're still alive. That's the only reason there's an expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're still paying them taxes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's still weird. That's the reason. That's one of the reasons why. It's like in case you
should have a Smash Bros. Game so I can kick y'all's ass and be like, "We are the champions, my friends." Like that one time during your birthday that I kicked everyone's ass.
You didn't kick everybody's ass.
I won. So I won. So that means by the parameters of winning, I kicked everyone's ass.
You won a match.
And I only played one match.
She's like, that's all
I have 100% ratio.
True.
Do you have 100% KD ratio? I think not.
I'm not going to argue this because, yeah.
I have perfect logic.
So we can set up the camera on the TV and show you the hands, and you don't want the hands.
No, because then if I win, there would be no more podcast. There would be no more podcast.
Yeah, it would be on camera.
There would be only...
Get the fuck out of my house,
losing, and there's no more. The world ends.
Oh,
you would not.
There's no more.
You would play until you won.
If I lost,
we can play 500 times, right? I won 500 times. That 501 time you won would be the only one you put on camera. And be like, yeah, she may have won her time or two.
Yeah, this girl's talking so much shit right now.
And I only press buttons. There's no actual. I button mash.
It's just pure luck. dumb luck.
I'm like the big circle button. This button.
You have
Yeah.
Steve strategy.
Oh yeah, I know how
You
to.
get
I
the
know.
random for the character, and then you just button mash, and hopefully something
I
happens.
just pick Kirby and button mash, and that's my only.
We got a quick slot in.
Oh, I don't want to play because I'm gonna lose.
No.
It's that button mash.
I don't know, man. Not right now. We want to not get
Trying
too
to podcast.
We got things to do.
Trying to talk to our viewers.
Exactly.
Come to my house talking shit about Smash.
He gets a flag.
Yeah,
Smash Bros. Flag.
you do not let that. That does not happen here.
Just because you
Can we
have
just
a
wait till after the
flag.
thing is done?
Nope.
God damn it.
No.
We have the podcast and Smash Bros. It's like leveling up.
So as you two are playing Smash, we're like doing the podcast.
Oh.
2 for 1.
I can definitely multitask because remember, I don't have any strategy. I just button mash. I can button mash and talk
So
all
you're not
day
even
long.
looking at the screen half the time.
I could, because half the time I think my character's there, but they're actually way over there.
That's a choice.
And I'm like, oh, that's not me. I'm over here.
Oops. Yeah. I did.
Oopsie daisy. Oh yeah, I don't smash. I Sims. Candy Crush. Sometimes I do the Crash Tag Team Racing. Other than that,
Crash Tag Team Racing.
I have Mortal Kombat more than I have
played that?
Smash.
No.
I want to say it's on PS2.
The Crash Tag Team Racing?
Yeah.
Oh no, I got it. The remastered version on the Xbox One.
Is that the car? Is that the game you are driving a car and this is one like
It's basically Mario
truck
Kart.
with-
It's basically
It's
Mario Kart, but with different
Crash
people.
characters.
Oh yeah, I've not played that. No.
Yeah, it's literally Mario Kart. That's all it is. Same format, same bust through the box to get random power ups. Like,
That's all the racing games. Like
Oh.
all those.
yeah.
Oh,
But Crash
characters.
is better because they have better characters and it's
Nah.
better.
Interesting.
Nothing.
You
beats
the
Mario Kart.
the reimagined like Nitro Fueled one is fantastic. They added more maps. It's so much better. You guys have to play it. We can play drunk driving tomorrow. We can be drunk at like 12 noon.
Now, see, the problem with that playing that in Mario Kart is you have to. We found this out the hard way when they first came out. We did the whole game. We're like, you gotta drink your beer, but you have to stop moving.
You have to
can't-
stop. You
That's
have to pull over
drunk
to-
driving.
Yeah.
You
But
have
here's
to
the
pull
thing,
up.
though.
You can't drink and drive.
But here's the thing, though, with that game, it automatically says it, so your character just goes.
Mhm.
Oh no!
And
You
it
can
don't go
turn-
off
you can
the
turn
edge.
it off. You can
You
turn
can
it
turn it
off.
off,
the
but
crash the crash doesn't do that. That's why I play with that.
I think-
Oh, gotcha.
No, I think you
Yeah.
turned off in the Smash Brother one.
Mm.
Can you?
Mm.
Yeah, that was a
well,
fun
at least the
part.
ones we have, you're good. You can
Gotcha.
actually stop.
Cool. But that was funny as fuck when we did that shit.
Like
Ace
there's
is
a
like
lot of
chugging his
there's a
drink
lot
to
of
let's
different
go.
strategies. Like
He,
some
like,
people
shotguns it.
like
Yeah,
just
straight
don't
up.
move.
But hold on, I'm
shotgun it.
still driving.
Some people when they wipe
No,
out,
it was
they
before you even
drink.
hit the thing. But until you crossed like the,
Oh yeah,
the
at
start
the
line.
start line. Yeah.
Yeah, but once you hit the gas once, you just go.
I
You're at
literally,
slow
I think I
speed.
drank like 2 drinks before I got that slow.
I
Yeah.
usually my strategy is I wipe out like throughout the game. So usually when I wipe out, I then start drinking because then it takes a second to like reset your character. Like you stop, you're good.
Gotcha.
Then I'll do it, and then I'll keep going. But any strategy is just the same because people don't move about the same amount of times in the game. Like it's just
Heard that.
it's whatever you want to do.
Mm.
I've seen people win with every strategy.
I mean, sometimes there's no strategy. It's just dumb luck.
hmm
You're there to have fun, and so much you just win.
And if you win without chugging your beer, the punishment is chugging your beer and another beer, which some people are down for that.
But they see it as a reward more than anything.
I know Drunk Logan thinks that that's a reward, so for all my hard work and effort, crack a cold beer at the end of the hard working day.
Mm-hmm. And then again at the end of Mario Kart.
You guys ever just want to like starfish on the floor and drink beer? Sometimes I feel like that, but
Wait.
then I
Hold on, what?
You're a
you
starfish.
just want to like starfish on the floor and just like lay down, but be able
Okay.
to drink beer without like waterboarding yourself.
You ever
Oh, you
had
need
like
a
a
hose.
super long straw? Yeah, like a hose type straw.
Yeah.
What's
You
those
have to
pads
have
with like the
straw.
beers in the center? Like, you gotta do that,
Yeah.
like flip it up and that the straw.
I
That's
just
the
have
Because
it
it's really
sideways,
hard. You
yeah.
can't like pour beer into your mouth because that's just
No.
you're gonna die.
You will waterboard yourself, yeah, and drown.
I just want to like just lay down and drink a nice beer, like comfortably.
You can lay down physically or flat.
It's like
and then
it
pour
hurts
into
so
your
bad.
mouth.
Like I don't know many people that can
Trust me, I
comfortably
did that
like
yesterday.
shotgun or beer bong a beer while sitting down.
Mm.
You have to stand up for it.
Or at
Like,
least be a little like at least have your back slightly elevated.
you have to stand up. Like I mean, I guess yes, I could do it sitting down, but it's not comfortable. You get like
Up to stomach and
yeah,
stuff.
you're gonna get like heartburn and like
I definitely
Where you're
remember,
like, you get
If you're drinking
like-
a tea, you don't get heartburn, right?
remember as a kid, I
No, I'm
didn't drink
saying like if you're
fluids when I was
sitting down
sick.
and chug anything, you get it like stuck in your chest.
I remember as a kid and I got sick with like sinus infections or like ear infections or weird shit where I couldn't like stand up without getting nauseated. I would like prop pillows behind my back and like turn to my side and drink with a straw, and it would work. I wasn't like laying down, but I wasn't like standing vertically.
You know, when you're sleeping to help with heartburn, you have to sleep on your left side because
Yeah.
your esophagus or your stomach's like,
It's the way it bends. Yeah. Mhm.
sleep on your left side. It's really a thing.
I mean, left side for
Although
anything.
it's so funny when I'm drunk and I'm trying to lay down and not get the spins and throw up, I always have to lay on my right side, which doesn't make any sense because I feel like your left side would approve of doing that. But just
Maybe your esophagus curves the other way.
I'm just weird.
I'm not saying about laying down. Like,
I'm not gonna say I feel like it's a mental thing, but
that could be part of it too.
that's more of a mental thing that I'm just
Your,
a genetic anomaly.
your drum is beating
But-
at its own rate, and your rate is leaning on your right.
Because
so
that whole
it's-
mind over matter thing it's really a big thing.
It's really powerful. Yeah, you can really to some degree, like cure your sickness. Like if you have a cold or something like that, you can actually make yourself like feel better.
or just care about how you feel less.
Yeah.
Didn't you have one of those hats last year?
You bought me this hat for my birthday.
That's what I thought it was. I was like, but she said she went and bought a hat today. And I was like, bro, that
No,
looks
not-
mildly like.
No, I bought
wow.
that hat. I bought the green one.
The cocaine
I was like, yeah, that hat looks crazy like the hat I bought you last year.
You did. I bought this hat.
It looks so familiar.
Yeah, it looks so
I
familiar.
bought that hat today.
Oh, I thought you
This-
bought both hats for some
No, this is
reason.
the one you bought me.
Okay.
It's really shiny and shimmery, and there's a ball on it.
I was like, yeah, where do I remember that from?
Wild.
That's a
We
big
are
time.
friends. We do give gifts. It happens. Oh, I think your birthday gift. We're slacking. Very much.
You are. I gave mine already.
I know you did. You made us all look bad. Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, technically,
Yeah, you were supposed to save it for the people.
what they gave the people?
The opening, like we did with y'all fuckers.
Oh, that was for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
No,
That's
it
about.
wasn't. It was birthdays. Both of y'all's.
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. We did.
We
You
did.
But we did do a Christmas thing. We
We
did
also
do a
did- we
Christmas
also
one.
did a
We did a Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
No,
like,
I'm
shit,
just
has it been a
I'm
year
giving you
already?
shit.
I didn't give
I've
you
been
your-
giving you shit.
I didn't give you yours last year
I
either.
know. I'm just giving you shit.
I was
Exactly.
like, oh no.
No shit here, guy.
I'm just really upset that it's been a year of us doing this crap already, and we've been
It's
like,
been
oh,
a
it's
year,
about
yeah.
that
A year
time again.
This year, last month.
Yeah.
Are we gonna
months.
do? Are we gonna
Oh,
do the
shit.
thing again last year? This year that we and the whole month of December we gave our guests gifts.
Oh, we have to do something
See,
better.
We don't even have guests.
That's
this
what I'm
year.
thinking.
Yeah.
Like,
to
we
do
don't
something
exactly have the
better.
same
Yeah, no.
availability for guests.
Alright, so I got like 3 people coming over to your house tomorrow.
Oh,
Probably.
who's-
Oh, that's who you're doing the Snapchat.
we
thing?
have
I've seen
we
notifications
have
on my phone
guests
left and
coming
right.
over.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking to those people.
I was like, I wonder why it's blowing up so much. I'm looking at you and you're on your phone. I'm like, oh man. Quick, guys, tell me what I'm missing. I can't look at my phone right now. It is recording.
Yeah, normal suspects.
Gotcha.
The same old, same old.
Hmm.
Well, shit.
Y'all gotta be at work until Friday night. Yeah, I'm about to get fucked up tomorrow.
I
too.
am actually a celebrity this weekend. I'm going to be a celebrity guest at a cornhole tournament.
Hell yeah.
It's actually a big one. There's players coming from all over the country. There's going to be like 1,000 people there. I get to be on TV.
I'm so jealous.
I'm just live interviewed.
See, we need to like
Or
not
live
even just to
stream. That
sell
doesn't
to-
really mean TV, but
Yeah, it's pretty close.
it'd be live stream somewhere.
Hell yeah, man. You see, we need to like not to sell it, but just to like for ourselves get some kind of merch going. Not even to sell to people, just so we can walk
So we
around
have, like,
town
a-
like
like a-
advertise.
A
Yeah,
hat.
100%.
2 cooks, 1 server. A hat will work, a beanie will do, a t-shirt, sweater. I'm sure there's
Bumper
someone
stickers.
something, you know.
We have to come up with a
But
good
the
emblem.
thing
too.
with merch like that
Yeah, logo.
is, no, one, we gotta get an extra logo. And then,
Oh, you have to order a certain amount to make it justifiable.
yeah,
and print it off.
justified print.
Yeah.
No, because you
But
can
we
go.
can-
No,
we
no,
can
no. You
get-
can
we
go to
can-
Taylor's
Oh.
and get individual things stitched.
I know it. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Go to the mall and shit. Yeah.
You can get things stitched on for like $5. I'll talk to you later. I just had this actual conversation with someone today with the hat I bought.
I totally forgot
It's
about that
reasonable.
service. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
like
you could totally do
he
Yeah.
said it was like
But it's-
$7 to get a stitch on.
Oh, well, then we go to Michaels or Marshalls or whatever the hell it's called. Get a blank black T-shirt.
Dude,
or
actually,
sweatshirt or something.
I could see if I can dig out my sewing machine and see if it has a stitch option available. Because if so, I can just stitch them on there. It's not a big deal.
I mean, if you're
You
game,
still
yeah.
gotta do logos.
Yeah, but we
I
got
mean,
to do
yeah.
that first.
Even if it's something like basic, even if it's just like 2 cooks, 1 server in yellow, basic font print
Yeah,
on a black shirt or a T-shirt, that's something.
because you can start basic and build your way up. To
Exactly, yeah. It doesn't have to be like super fantastic.
Yeah, no, big facts.
Things
Mhm.
evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I mean, shit, we gotta find artists for one. We tried to
Oh,
find
yeah.
one for like a year now.
It's been over a year.
We had a couple leads, but like nothing really panned out.
Man, like they're trying to fucking take percentage out of YouTube.
That-
and, like,
yeah, I was
all
like,
kinds
yo,
of dumb shit.
we
You
have-
need
Plus
so
getting
you
paid
need to
on
not
top.
go with
Like,
them on the
bro, we
podcast
have
rate. You
9
need to
subscribers
get
on a
you
good
need to
day.
get someone to
Okay.
just buy an emblem from, because you can just buy like an emblem and then go from there. Then it would be.
Well, I do have an idea for
I
something.
feel like you guys just need some help. I got you. I need
What
to
is
be.
it?
I need to
I'm
be more involved in this
Let's say,
thought
yeah,
process.
because I do have a pretty solid idea for a logo, which I'll talk about later.
Because I feel like I'm more involved in that kind of world of marketing and production and
Yeah.
things.
You do have a lot more experience and expertise, and I'll give you that, yeah. Although, see, we work together, so, like, the most time we just shoot these ideas, we're, like, at work, and, like, it just comes to us, and we're like, hey, what about this?
Corner. Hey, what do you think about this?
Exactly. It's like, hey, I got this idea.
86 potatoes.
That's literally how I
But
came
this
up with the
man.
name of the show.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally online, and I was like, boom. I was like, bro, this. And he was like, yes.
Like, that's a fantastic name. And so many people have followed that same format, too. Like, it's from 2 Girls, 1 Cup to...
I don't
Yeah,
think they
there's
took
other
the idea
people
from
that-
us.
2 Bears, 1 Cave.
But-
Yeah, there's other people that
2
took this
School, 1 something. What the fuck it is?
Uh-huh.
It's popping on the thing, yeah.
Did we take
Yeah.
that from them?
I feel like they all stole.
They saw
No, because
that.
ours came before those other
I'm
podcasts.
saying,
occurred.
before them, yeah.
Yeah.
Our shit.
Well,
Well,
Like,
we
like,
definitely
weeks,
were not.
but
We
still.
definitely were not before the 2 Girls 1 Cup.
Oh no no no!
No,
But that
no,
was
that was back in 90.
generation
That
defining.
was literally
events.
in 93. No.
That was
90
2005.
I feel like that was
no,
a
that was like
super.
2004.
No.
No.
Two cooks?
That-
Or 1 cup
Two
of
Girls-
servers?
2 Girls, 1 Cup was like I was in.
That was like
mid-
2005.
I was like middle school when that shit came out.
That shit came out when I was in 5th grade.
It was like
Bullshit.
05.
yeah, I'm
It's-
telling you. Oh, I'm gonna
You,
look
you
this
have
up.
a computer in your hand. I don't. I
Yeah.
can't look this shit up. Yeah, you look it up.
It had to be 05 because I know about it when I was a small child, and I was born in 97, so I was 3 years old in 2000. So
Okay,
I wasn't
yeah.
5 when
Give
that
me-
shit came
I
out.
had to look up this on my phone. God.
Like you haven't seen it before.
Actually, I watched
Siri
like
to
5
Google
minutes of
blue
it
waffle. You know what
as
will
a
come up?
child, and I was like,
The Eggo's
nah.
Mermaid waffles will pop up now.
Hey.
That's how old it is. The blue waffle, like the whole joke says Google now.
Blueberry waffles, ma'am.
It has been so long ago that now when you Google blue waffle, like actual just blue waffles and like the Eggo's
You
Mermaid
have to hunt
turquoise
for it,
waffle
yeah.
and shit like pops up.
Mm-hmm.
It has been so far long, the internet has buried it. You know how long it takes for internet to bury something?
A long time.
You have to go to like the
long.
second page over. Who goes to the second Google page?
Only desperate
They
people.
say 2007.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
I mean, I
feel
remember like
I
a freshman.
really watched that shit in like elementary school.
Maybe you had a premonition or premonition.
Oh no.
Premonition?
Premonition. Thank you, ma'am.
Premonition.
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 Permanent marker? What?
Ooh.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
basically
like,
what they are.
yeah. Yeah, I remember in high school, like people were joking.
I
about
like
shit
that.
constantly.
Permanent marker
Yeah.
thoughts.
2007. That sounds about right.
Permanent marker thoughts. That's what those kind of tragedies are.
Perfect. Permanent trauma thoughts.
Yes.
That's more appropriate.
Do you guys want to time me drinking this beer?
Do I want to time you?
Yeah.
I don't have a phone on me.
What are you trying to time?
How was
Very
that
cranky.
time me drinking this beer? I don't think I've ever been timed
That's a
before.
T, man.
I'm a speed racer.
Okay, let's see you do it.
Is it a full one, or you have a full sips already out of it?
There's a
Stopwatch
sip,
is ready. Let me
Yeah.
know when you're ready.
but then I stopped because I was like, I could time myself.
Ah,
doing
so we'll
this.
just add in a second because of
Yeah.
1 second is 1 step. All right,
Add a
good.
second.
Alright,
Add a second.
ready, say it. When you put your lips on.
Oh,
God
okay.
damn it.
That's
Stop,
what she
Ready?
said.
stop.
Did you fuck up?
Go. in 9 seconds.
But I feel like it had to be less because you said go, and I did a whole like.
Yeah, where do you?
Oh, like
where
you
you said a 1 second before that though. We had to add on because you're 1 second.
I would say because she's prepared for the first go and then like get stop and start.
Yeah,
because
you said go, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta go.
So it would be
Okay, so
regular
9
time.
seconds, yeah.
Yeah, it would be 9 seconds.
Okay.
It's 9:36, but 9 seconds.
I guess
That was a lot.
I guess I gotta
I
do
feel like
it.
you have to do another one.
No, you gotta do
Yeah.
another one. Give me a second. I feel like you guys have to do it better. We could pay a lot of money for people just to watch me drink because
I'm sure.
women
I'm-
get paid a lot of money to be like.
Just turn on Twitch.
You know the little
with you
Asian
right
lady
now.
that she eats a bunch of like seafood and like a lot of stuff that gets paid a lot of money?
Time in.
What's even crazier? People get paid just to be like do nothing. They just have
on Twitch. Literally on
They
Twitch.
literally
people
have no.
Oh my gosh.
on there.
I found out
Let
this
me know
was
when
a
you're
thing.
ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Eight seconds.
Shake the can.
8.2 seconds.
Yo, don't try to try me.
You gotta crush it. Like,
Yeah, no, there ain't nothing in there.
Just a little bit, but it's an it's
Well,
fine,
hold on,
it's
hold on. Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah,
Hang on,
yeah.
you hear that?
It's
Hold on,
just the
hold
residual.
on. Yo, don't try me.
fine. Yeah. We're good. You're a little more prepared than I was. Okay, but anyway, I heard this was a thing. So how to make money? We're gonna talk about things that are, you know, what do they call them these days? Hustles.
yes.
Side hustles. Way
Everyone's
to make money.
got one. Or everyone needs to have one. They want like...
Yeah, to get
Are we
ahead
doing
in
a
the
show?
game, you have to have a side
Can
hustle.
we just make this a topic and just go with that?
That's
I
what we're
feel like
doing.
it's been going, yeah.
This has been the whole show. We're gonna cut, edit,
Alright,
paste.
whatever,
We'll do the
whatever.
intros and
Alright.
extras at the very end.
Whatever, y'all continue.
But yeah, so side hustles. Everyone's got one. Everyone needs one to get ahead in this life. Because let's be real, most people's main hustle is just pay the bill.
Mhm.
The side hustles are how you get ahead, get the
Yep.
things you want,
Mhm.
need, all those good jazzes.
Yeah.
So the most extreme side hustles are just like, you know, crazy, probably illegal stuff, and I feel like those are what a lot of people think of.
I mean, yeah, when you think of
Oh.
hustle, that's usually what comes to mind for a lot of people.
Unfortunately, like in our age, especially in the restaurant industry, you know, front of house, back of house, a lot of the back of house, in particular, side hustles are.
There's a lot of
Illicit,
back and forth there.
It's not just one side here, alright?
Yeah,
You gotta think in mind, you front of the house folk are very people
Shit,
person.
I know just as many drug dealers in the front of the house as I do in the back of the house.
Okay, well, to be fair, we will say,
If not,
luckily,
yeah, if not even just drug dealers, I'm talking about people that do some extra stuff on the side just to get an extra tip.
And we're not talking about ourselves here. This is just our
No.
experience, our observations throughout life.
you know, that's actually pretty funny. We're actually 3 restaurant industry workers that don't really participate in those kind of extracurriculars,
Anymore.
really. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I think we all have employees
Yep.
that, since in our state it's been decriminalized and or kind of legalized in Virginia.
It's definitely
Weeds
It's
pretty,
decriminalized.
you know, weeds
Weed's pretty okay.
decriminalized in your house and stuff. You know, a lot of my fellow workers come to work super stoned. Which is great for back house, because you guys just come to work and just be throwing fries and
Yeah,
have,
see,
like, the best of
There's some
time.
people that just work better high, alright?
Some people
I know
they have
plenty
that
of
right
people that work
mentality.
well
It's just
now.
like people like work better when they're hungover because like it's a survival thing. It's the same thing.
And with weed, that goes in kind of like, we won't get into it, but weed's like medical purposes for
Mhm.
anxiety and like terrible stuff, which usually people that are stuck in the
It's not
restaurant
all THC. It's sometimes
business
CBD. Yeah.
for a long time usually
Mhm.
have some underlying issues, which is why they're still in the same place,
Yep.
which is why we could help them continue to be okay. But
That
for
does.
side hustles,
Hustles.
yeah, no, drugs is a lot of one, but I'm talking about like legitimate business stuff.
Like they have like their side like some people got like their nail business or something like they do nails or like they wax
Hair,
eyebrows or the hair
yeah.
cutting or
yeah,
tattoos. They have
estheticians
tattoos.
is really big.
Yeah.
I work with people that do like brows and nails and that kind of stuff on the
Cosmetology
side.
and
Massage
stuff,
therapist.
Yeah.
Especially as like a front of house female work, and I work in an industry that's very like female oriented and looks kind of wise. There are a lot of like that stuff, which is fantastic. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, my hairdresser, who's fantastic, shout out Bree. She was my coworker for a long time before
Hell yeah.
she went through was going through her school, and now she's opened her own business for now. That's like just what she
Good
does.
for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
But the craziest side hustle I think I've ever heard of that's like a legitimate business was, I mean, there's crazier ones, but I was talking to one of my managers and he's like, yo, no lie, I actually heard about this, that it was a thing, and like, he's like, I don't be weird, I just want to tell you that I heard this conversation, because, you know, management have to be like, I'm not trying to be weird, can't have any lawsuits, just trying to tell you I heard this was a thing.
What could it be?
I said, go ahead. He said,
Selling
yo,
feet pics?
actually, I wish someone would buy my feet photos.
Ah.
Because that's like a no harm, no foul. Here's a picture of my toe. I send people pictures of my toes for funsies. Like,
I know chicks that actually make money off that shit.
yeah, I have some of my friends that really hate feet, and I'll just send them a random toe photo just to ruin their day sometimes. Because I'm the best of friend.
Hell yeah. But what are you trying to say? What's the thing? What's the gig?
So the thing was, it's an online business that you have to be kind of open with yourself.
Okay. Is it OnlyFans?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to necessarily be nude, but if you're nude, like, there's different ways you could play it. You just set up cameras in your house. You have a couple webcams at different points in your house.
Girl. Okay.
Like, just like in your kitchen or your living room or your bathroom, you set it up and you just have like a 24-hour live stream that people can tune into.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's It's Big Brother.
Yeah, it's like basically Big Brother.
Okay.
And you don't necessarily have to be like naked or doing anything crazy.
You could just be like,
you just be like watching. Now, granted, the ones that probably do show up naked every once in a while or like that kind of stuff probably get more views. But it's not.
It sounds like Big Brother.
It's basically Big Brother. No, Twitch is like watching people play video games.
Nope. Yeah, Twitch has evolved so much.
It's a variety. But what you're describing.
And you can literally, what you're saying, because when we first started this, one of the things I wanted to do is like a live stream us and do Twitch, and I wanted to see who what the fuck like people are doing on Twitch. And like, there's chicks that are just like washing dishes, like they have it like in the side of the room, and like they're just washing dishes.
Are they Jessica Rabbit kind of people watching?
It's just normal fucking chicks.
No, why are we not doing this? I've washed dishes all day.
It's weird as shit. And I'm like, yo, why does this person have like thousands of fucking views?
Maybe it's like an ASMR thing. Yeah. Like the sound of them washing dishes is so.
No, it's. Bro,
all I feel like I need to
because I remember the Twitch thing you had when we filmed our first episode. You were showing this one Twitch, this one girl sitting in a chair and just giggling and laughing at people giving her money, and she was like, "Oh my god, so thank you."
Yeah, that's literally all the
content are you?
Yeah, she wasn't doing anything.
She was like blankly staring at a screen and smile and then frown and.
See, but that's also a thing where you have to be like get that following, and then you can do shit like that. Like you have to post actual content and gain a following, and then once you have a following, you can be like
do it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, just
but I don't know. It could be more behind that story. I don't know.
You just get you're more ahead than.
Well, if someone wants to watch me wash dishes, I just scrubbed a crock pot that I made rotel dip in. For like 20 minutes to do.
Don't sell the crock pot videos first. That's,
I was gonna say we can record that.
You need side dish plates first, and then cups, maybe silverware.
And we can make millions.
You know it was even harder because I luckily soaked the crock pot in like some water and like darn dish soap. And the crock pot itself is like the anti-stick material, so that came out pretty fast. That was like a 7-minute job, like just getting out. That was easy. The lid was the hard part.
The lid is the hard part.
Because the glass stuff was not that non-stick kind of material. It had like the burnt on cheese on like the lid. That was the worst.
It moves when you scrub. You scrub the side, it'll lean this way.
And it did go. I had to hold it, and it was like...
It's like an egg.
Yeah, and the lid had like the super burnt on because it's not that like non-stick. So around the edge of the lid, like on the side, was like the super. And I had to like take my like nail. I actually took a pair of scissors and like scraped off like the big chunk pieces like eventually. So anyway, yeah, I spent like 15 minutes cleaning a lid. So if I could make some money off that, of shit I'm doing every single day, why not?
I have spoken several times about starting OnlyFans just for my feet.
We're not talking about OnlyFans. Like just a
side hustle. I actually at work.
I'll twitch my feet up there, no problem. Logan already said she paint my toes. I'm down for it.
Oh, we're gonna do the piggies. We never did that. We had to do that this year.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Do I need to make a Twitch channel for your feet?
Yes.
No, I'll make it.
For all of our feeds. Variety.
Okay.
Why not?
Dude, money's money. Get the fuck out of my
Why
Why
not?
are you touching me here, Ace?
I'm not judging
We're
you.
talking about side hustles. There's a shame in a good side hustle.
I'm not
So
shaming
a
you.
good side hustle too, like for
And that look in your face says shame,
But I feel like,
shame, shame.
all right, see, there's the problem with this is I feel like I have to be part of your feet hustle. that is my problem. Like, I have no
Steve.
problem with
Why can't it be your feet hustle or our feet hustle?
We can have a
See,
group
that's
effort.
exactly what I'm talking about. Why I gotta be our feet hustle now?
But it's
Oh, it's your
our
problem was
feet
mine.
hustle.
And you can just sit in the corner and be like, yo,
I'm just saying, why do I have to be part of it?
You're cut off. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
mine and Steve's
Yeah,
feet
yeah,
hustle.
yeah.
Our
And
feet
And then
hustle.
6 months down the line, you'll see our
We're gonna
paychecks
be
go up
rich,
like, yo, I
and
want
you're
that
gonna be
feet
like,
money
shit.
so bad.
When we bought you that nice Christmas gift.
Yes.
That's cool.
Ace walks in with a fur coat and like, God damn it, I want to buy this myself.
Got
Let's
in
give
on
me
that
these
feet.
gifts.
And you're giving us like Dollar Tree rum, and you're gonna be like, damn, wish I could have bought you a better present with my feet hustle.
Like,
I don't even buy I don't buy it for myself.
But that's the thing about side hustle. It's about what you want, not what you need.
Exactly.
Because you only have a main hustle right now. You're buying what you need.
Mhm.
You don't buy what you want.
See, I do FanDuels, and I make money off that.
Nice.
Have
Yeah,
you? Are you
yeah.
at a positive ratio?
Yes, I'm at a very large positive.
I am
ratio.
at a
Very
positive
nice.
ratio
It's
also.
like one
so.
of those things where it's a side job
How much have you cashed out that you've won?
over like
That
$3,000
you've
Not
put
bad.
in?
and like less than $500.
That's good turnover.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to get with you because I'm still okay because I started FanDuel because when you join, you have to put $10 in. That's the minimum.
Yeah.
So I put $10 in, and I'm at like $150 now from my $10. I think I was up to $320 at my highest.
Mm.
But even though I lost a lot, and I'm still at $150, which is a lot less than $320, I'm still have only put in $10, so I'm not mad about it.
Nice.
Could be better. I'm not at $300, but I'm still. I haven't cashed out any, but I'm still up. Like if I were to cash out now, I'd be making $140 off my $10 investment. So
I think
like,
it's just funny.
whatever.
Like some people like do FanDuels and only put in like $1 or like do like the $5 shits, but then like they talk about it like they're betting. There's a guy at work. He does this all the time, and I found out he's only putting in like the minimum amount of money that you can possibly put in.
Oh, I make
You're only
kitty
making,
bets.
yeah, you're only
to make,
making
like,
so
3
much
cents.
money.
You're on the pink sheets.
But he makes
Yeah.
it sound like he is throwing like $100 at like a time. Which,
Ace, I threw $2 on there, $1 $9.
That's the thing. Like if I have a game, like the most I ever put in is like a $10 bet for me
So I get
is
that.
like
I like
a
that.
wild
It just
bet.
depends
Like a wild bet.
the outcome of how much you can actually get back. Like if you can make like a few $1,000s off a $10 bet, I might try that $10, whatever. But I'm not going to do that unless.
Well, if you're putting
I
in
feel
like
that
for
good
me, if I
about
throw
it.
out like a $5 bet, it's a solid bet for me because usually my average betting is like $1 bets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if I bet $1 but I won $1.11, I look at it like that 11 cents is free money that I
Yeah.
just won.
Yeah, 100%.
That's free, and that's how I've inched it up. Like I know, like you don't make like drastic money, but I'm just looking out here for free money. I went from $10 to $3.20, and then I got greediness for making $20 bets. So that's where
the
you
problem,
go.
yeah.
I inched it up
So they
from
hook
$10 to that, making like 50 cents at a time. And as long as you're doing that, that's fine because it's free money.
So you gotta start betting on players. Like, yeah, you know, the
I just
players
now
are
I
actually.
wasn't.
Yeah,
I
you
started
know
doing the whole
players
like touchdown, like in different people stuff.
Yeah.
But right now, everyone that's a we're not going to talk about this though. That's a
That's a
whole
whole
different
thing.
different story.
That's my hustle.
Everyone's just dead, dying with COVID.
Mm.
NFL's a
Shame.
shit show. But yeah, side hustles. But there's also different stuff
Sound
between
like
like the
Saints losing.
weird stuff. Like with weird stuff for me, like in my industry, we have hose that I've had people offer to like buy my hose before.
Hose?
Hold on.
Hosiery,
Oh.
Hosiery,
okay.
tights.
Yeah, because you guys wear
Tights.
Pantyhose.
Pantyhose.
I'm like,
Do you have a stable we don't know?
I'm so curious. There's many different types of hose out there.
Good
And I was
Yes,
like,
my
pantyhose,
pantyhose are
pantyhose.
socks or shoes,
Okay.
like that kind of vibe.
And you've had your customers offer to buy your hose from you, your pantyhose from you?
Yes, and like I've had people
you
like,
sell
oh,
it to
that's
them?
weird. I haven't.
Just-
May I
it's a yes or
no,
no. It's a
I
yes or
haven't
no.
yet. I have
May I
not.
ask how much they offered? Because I think that's kind of important.
I
question.
hadn't got that far. I've literally
Do
had
you want to
people.
say? You don't say.
I haven't got that far. I literally had people call me on like the store phone where I've been like, I've answered the phone and be like, hey, I need like they
I
they
need
just
your pantyhose?
no they were straight up like, hey, just so you know. This is me, this is my name, I like to purchase these. Can you leave a note in your break room? Like, this is my phone number. Like, I just legit want to purchase these. Like,
How much heavy breathing was involved in that phone
no,
call?
there wasn't. Like, I've actually people do like a super
Yeah,
like
that's very
business
good.
deal. They're very business-like. They're like, hey, I just want to let you know what's up.
Yeah.
I want to buy these. And I'm like, you know what? I respect people being like, what's up? I'm weird. I want to buy this shit. Than just be like, like beating around the bush. There was this one guy that called, and he was like, hey, this is my name. Appreciate what you do. I want to buy you shit. This is my phone number. If anyone wants to contact me, this is my phone number.
Anybody? I don't care which of the girls.
No,
Any
he
of the
doesn't care.
girls.
He's just like, I just want to buy your used hose, your pantyhose. And I was like,
Yeah, just the pantyhose.
yeah. And I appreciate that he's not asking for someone's number. He's not asking for
He's
for information. He's like, this is my info. If anyone's
This is the only
willing and
thing
able,
interesting.
hit
Yes.
me up.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, weirdo. But at the same time, I'm just gonna throw them away.
Yeah, what is one thing? Like, what do you get
See,
out
and
of
that's
the
why-
pantyhose?
You know that people have
But that's
their own
not that's
thing,
not our
and that's-
judgment. That's
yeah.
not our judgment. Everyone has their
Like,
own
I
thing.
understand. I don't even understand the whole
Like,
panty sniffing and all that shit.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
get
with you.
that.
I'm just curious of
I don't
what's
either.
the intent.
I
Like, what
don't-
is the trend? That is what I'm curious about.
I don't
Like,
either, but that's not our place to judge. Like, there are weirdos out there, and that's
Very
the whole
true.
thing about a
That is what-
side hustle is you find a niche, you exploit the niche, you make money.
And whose business is it to say what about it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, with any business, you find a need, like a want and need,
Yeah.
and then you fill the need.
It's supply and demand. Oh, not supply and demand. It's
Yeah, supply and demand.
I guess it's supply and demand. No, it's consumer versus.
No, it's supply and demand. It's like the you know, like the Wolf of Wall Street scene where he's like, sell me this pen.
Mm-hmm.
And the dudes,
It's a
and
sales
everyone
pitch.
fails, and he except the one dude who's like,
At the beginning,
I need
yeah.
you to write down my name. And he's like, I don't have a pen. He's like,
Supply and demand, my friend. Mm-hmm.
here's $2, here's your pen. Supply and demand. So I'm like, you know what? I haven't done it because everyone that I've talked to and stuff like are like, oh no, that's weird. And I walk that line of being like, that's weird. But at the same time, like in my mind, it's not hurting me because I don't have any contact with the person.
Mhm.
I'm making money because literally all I would be doing with these like hose or shoes or socks or whatever would be just throwing them away when they're done.
You know my solution is, ma'am. My suggestion.
So
this-
I'm recycling instead of sending them to the garbage. I'm sending to this weirdo who's also giving me money.
What I say to you, since this guy approached you like a businessman, you should approach him like a businesswoman. You should come up there with a contract saying that he is only buying these. He's not interested in any other information, any other intent, and then include the price of the notary to get that thing notarized. So if he
I feel
comes
like
at you
that's
with
also a little more serious than me just mailing this dude a box of hose for like $100. It cost me like
What do you want-
$12 that I've been going to the...
wouldn't you want some safeguard though? Stating in writing, you just want these.
You know
You're not
what?
after my information. You're not
That's
after my personal.
Not a bad idea.
You're not after my personal privacy or
It
any
takes
of my
literally,
actual
like,
law.
But
that's
how
a-
would
yeah,
that be
it's a-
any different than him like wanting those things? Like how would he
Because you
even
can
to-
use those
Yeah,
and
like,
say
you can
that it's
justify
from
it.
you
Mhm.
and use
She
your
sold me
like,
these, yeah.
kind of use your information online.
I
and,
could say the
you
thing like I'm sending you a box of random hose that may or may not be worn by any of like.
It doesn't matter. He'll still his imagination will probably fill in the blanks if he needs.
Yeah.
I probably at least have to send a note that would just be like
I would
mixed
say-
assortment, random box of hosiery.
You print off one piece of paper, one-sided of typed up, a formal letter stating it's only because of this reason I'm selling you this, and there's no other information.
But they're not specifically from me. They're just a random assortment of used hose from across
Use
the board.
parentheses. Yeah, in the thing, and then involve the price of the notarization, which is like $30, I think, to get it notarized. And then
Oh no,
that's
it's
it.
free.
If you go to your bank, it's free.
Oh shit! I thought it was $30.
If you go to
Never mind.
UPS, it's free too. Because I just got something notarized
Really?
at UPS. They do it for free.
Yeah, I just
As
go to
long as
the
you're
bank.
mailing something, it's free.
I know if you send a thing in the post mail, the like a letter without a stamp, they send it back to you as a certified stamp saying it's return to sender, and that makes it a federal document. Like I know that you can do that like with letters like.
No,
like,
if you go to a bank, you bank at it's free. If you go to UPS and you're actually mailing something, like I had to get something notarized that I had to mail. It was like, yeah, it was like a 30-cent fee or something. That was just like, since you're sending it, they signed it, notarized it, and sent it.
Good to know.
It was like $5 for me to send it. I was doing like next day, so I think it's free.
Okay, that's one less thing in the paper then. That's 2 sentences you freed up. Or 1 sentence you freed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that says that guy.
I think I'm gonna become. As a side hustle. I think I'm gonna become an authorized notary because it's just like a class or something you gotta redo every year.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like an online check. I'm honest, and that's all you have to do.
I feel like I wouldn't use it as much. That's why I would never do something like that.
It's a side hustle. Like if
it really is, honestly.
And also side hustles too. It can be things like Etsy, like you make stuff.
Oh yeah, your arts and crafts.
Like I was trying to make dice. I haven't really gone on it that much. My few experiments kind of failed. I think I need to get different molds. My dice were too sharp. That was my problem.
Yo, Max, you get on that shit.
They were too sharp. I need to get a mold that has like the curved. Because I had some successful ones, like the one D4 and stuff. They were very successful, but they were very sharp. Like when I was shaking my hand, I'm like, I'm bleeding now. Because it's basically silicone's like glass. It's like very
yeah. You should reserve those dice for certain roles, like
or you just shave
necromancy
it, or like,
rolls, or
take
anything.
a little fucking sandpaper to that.
I mean, I could sandpaper it, but the thing is, for actual legitimate dice that can survive like the float test, it would have to be perfectly even.
Yeah, otherwise any infections
or
will
it'd be like.
So make it perfectly sanded.
Well, you do that. It's a little bit harder than you assume.
I mean,
so I think I just need to order a new silicone dice mold that has the more like.
We need to go to that one gaming shop that we keep talking about, that you brought up a while ago, and I'm pretty sure someone will there be like, yo.
We can do that?
Yeah, we should probably be there.
I'm game.
Film
if they're down with filming going down there, I am down.
I mean, that's where I got your guys' little miniatures. You still have yours. I saw your family.
Yeah,
do you still have yours?
I think it's dope as fuck.
It's somewhere. I had a whole move, alright? Like,
wasn't yours painted too?
Yeah, it was.
I got you a whole painted one.
It was a pretty dope one.
Yeah, that was fucking phenomenal.
Because I think you guys are
mine was painted.
I found.
Really
cool.
Yeah,
it's really fucking cool. And
yours had the whole like thing because you're a wizard. It had like the whole.
It had the fireball and had like the blue.
Yeah, mine was
stars on it.
Yeah,
it was a rogue and it had the fucking dope ass daggers and everything.
Yeah, double daggers.
Yeah, it was fucking fire.
You guys don't understand.
Actually,
like the hour
one was a dagger, one was a scimitar.
Ah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, when we go to the shop, you guys will see I took hours of digging through all this shit that I like magically found. Your 2 characters that were like close enough that were actually painted because the painted ones are very rare. There's like one painted character for all those other like genuinely like printed gray ones.
Spot on my character, man, like spot on.
Actually, I want my next, or if I find another one, I want it to be more clear. I know, like I'm a rogue.
I think the only one that was like for you was. It took me a while to find it because it was labeled as like a warlock, I think, instead of a wizard.
Yeah, wizard gnome, yeah.
But yours, the way you played your character, whatever, it unlocked like fireball and different stuff.
Basically, all the stuff that
had it, but you had like warlocky features on your wizard.
Yeah.
So I ended up because I went through all like the warlock stuff first, trying to be like, okay, this is exactly what it is, looking for it. But then I branched out and was like looking at the other like magical kind of stuff. I was like, oh shit, this is what his is. We're good to go.
Nice fit, man. Nice fit.
Yeah, I took like an hour. And when we go to the shop, you guys will see the massive amount of everything that I had to
get a grasp
for
your anguish that you suffered through to get these
things. This place actually has like 3 other locations. Because I looked online to try to look at it, and they actually have it where if you don't have it in that store, you can look for it online. If they have it from other stores, they can ship it. But we will go to our closer location.
Oh yeah.
They have a whole game room, and then they have like a break room that has like vending machines and stuff in it.
Oh, nice. Because you already told me that they have D&D runs in there all the time, like little one-shot runs.
And they have other shot runs too that are like different
whole campaign things,
something that are not D&D, but they're different. Like
interesting, like Settlers of Catan and stuff.
Yeah, and they have like magic and different everything.
Hell yeah.
We'll take you on one of those adventures. We'll get the GoPro up like this. We're gonna be like, yo, come look at our games. The games, hanging out. We're gonna be out here like, oh look, We're in this building right now. We're walking. We're seeing what Ace is doing. Seeing what Ace is doing.
Yeah.
Cooking.
Look. Look at that pulled pork butt.
But imagine those are like miniature characters dive bombing each other. That's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
I think we should play Pokemon.
Yeah, how you gonna knock me out with a whole shot?
Awkward.
It was very delicately placed.
Hey,
One
bro,
second.
you moved the camera.
And I want to say that's good.
Yeah, we did not even do an audio only person thing.
We can do an intro in a second. Want an intro right now?
No.
We're gonna do an intro eventually. We're gonna need to.
We're gonna do intro and extra at the same time.
No, that's
Hold
fine.
on,
We'll
wait.
do it at the end.
All right.
See, if we were to record or put on YouTube live for this, it would have been fucking hilarious.
Pretty good video, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, next week
Next week, yeah,
or tomorrow.
or tomorrow. We are off tomorrow.
Yeah, we are.
We
We're
could-
doing 2 shows
Ooh,
tomorrow.
we could absolutely hit the gaming room tomorrow. That gameplay tomorrow.
I thought we were just said we were doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow? We need to plan this tomorrow? Oh shit, I didn't hear that part.
So we have to
I
drink
didn't say
these
we're
and be
playing.
sober so we can wake up tomorrow early, make pancakes, go to
So-
the game store, come back, get drunker, lay on my couch until someone comes home and was like, what the fuck did you guys do with your day? And we're gonna be like, this is what we did with our day.
So, we're
And
on
it's a
here-
normal day.
so
It's a normal Wednesday. Or Thursday.
Thursday, whatever day it's gonna be. Yeah.
Thursday.
So breakfast, show, game thing.
No,
show.
we should do
It's
breakfast.
not breakfast. It's going to be at like
Whatever-
12:30.
whatever.
No,
Daily meeting
get-
happens
get
at
up.
11:30.
No,
Get
see,
up.
I get up, I go to the gym.
Well,
That's
get
my
up.
first thing in the
I
morning.
get up and I'm asleep.
Wait, wait, you go to Planet Fitness too, right?
Yeah.
I have a Planet Fitness on Indian River.
I can go to any of them.
I
That
can
was a
too.
black member.
So we're gonna go, you're gonna come with us. We're all gonna work out.
I don't do gyms. I don't do fitness
You
thing.
act like we gym either. I go lay on the
What do you
waterbed,
mean?
tan a little bit,
gym.
go on the treadmill.
I
I
have
actually
a whole
don't even,
workout every time I do. I
You can
go
hang out
in there
with
for
me.
like an hour and a half.
I sit on the bike things and I do this for about 20 minutes and watch TV. And then I tan, and then I lay on the waterbed for about 7 minutes, because that's the max that you lay on it, and I get a
Nice.
water massage.
Yeah, that's
And
just
then-
a nice spot.
Should be done, and then
We'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll see if y'all wake up in the morning. Right? I just
I'll
want to
set a 10 o'clock alarm right now. Well, I can.
I'll
We're
redo
gonna
See,
see
it.
usually at 10
I'll
o'clock.
redo it all.
Like, I'm literally at the gym at 10 o'clock.
Well, we'll go to the gym, Planet Fitness, 10 o'clock. Steve's gonna come. Ace is gonna go do his thing. Me and Steve, we're gonna tan. We're gonna waterbed. We're gonna treadmill. And then we're gonna meet up and be like, high five, we're done. Because you know what the best thing is? The Planet Fitness that I go to is right across from the game store.
Ooh.
It's across the street.
Well, that's pretty
So
convenient.
we're gonna go in there all sweaty. Or I'm gonna go in there all sweaty.
You don't.
Whatever, I don't give a fuck. I go everywhere sweaty.
They have showers. You can bring a shower and
Yeah, I don't
Close
shower
everything.
like a fucking grown man.
well, then that's your
No.
problem, you know?
It's been a long time since I had to do that.
Well, there's the
Never will
option for
again.
you to shower or don't.
No, it's fine.
I
I go
don't
to
care.
places out there to gym all the time.
Listen, I'm sure the people that are going to this game shop at
Yeah.
At
I'm
11:30 in the morning at a game store
On
are
a
probably
Thursday. A little
on a
swayed themselves.
Thursday are probably not as showered as you are. So
Mm.
be okay.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Worst comes to worst, we're
Do you
gonna
even
get
know if
some.
this place is even open? And then
Yes, they are open. They're literally open till like midnight. We could go right now.
I'm not going there.
No, I'm just saying we could.
Gotcha.
Anyway, we're gonna at least think about some Christmas presents. Because, you know, board games are probably the best Christmas gifts I remember receiving.
Yeah, we need some good board games.
Don't
Yeah.
buy any games, because I just gave myself away. It doesn't give us board games at Christmas.
You got it.
Don't buy any. Because I bought them all. You're welcome.
Alright, we definitely gotta get better board games than her now.
Yep.
No, you can't, because I'm the only bitch. You guys cannot beat me on Christmas
we're gonna
presents.
all
I'm gonna
show
find
up
some
with the-
weird shit,
We're
too.
gonna all end up with the same board games. I'm like that Spider-Man meme. You.
No, it's you! No, I will tell you guys about my best purchase thus far after this podcast, because we have friends that watch this, so we can't
You can always edit out this section right here.
Clip it out, yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even watch this podcast, so they're not gonna watch.
We're an
I'll
hour
be honest,
in.
I watch those podcasts sometimes.
So, you edit, I think the only person that actually watches this is because he has to edit the whole thing.
Yes, I watch it numerous times. And I have it after it's posted.
I have
I
other
always,
podcasts listed. No offense, like that. It's like I hear it. I know what we're doing.
man, how you not gonna support your own work?
I do support my own work.
With
I
views?
put, I also do
With
that too.
views?
I literally click on it on YouTube and let it run.
Okay,
Like, I do that shit on tabs.
Oh no! I spilled this on me.
Oh man, that's not good.
Sorry, I was trying to click on my Amazon order, and it just I didn't have the conscious mind to multitask.
It happens. That's the healthy drink.
Wait, what's this? What's the
Rorschach test?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone use your Rorschach minds to tell us what you see in Logan's thigh.
Look into her thighs. What do you see?
That almost rhymes. Almost.
Anyway, I was gonna do a. We're gonna cut this out. I was gonna do a group gift for Nick and Scarlett, like together.
Gotcha.
It's a board game. It's called. It's a take on Candyland. It's called Contraland. So just look through it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll really like
So
that.
it's a Contraland.
I'm sure they'll want to watch this. This will be fun.
Very nice.
But it's like basically Candyland, but it also has like when you land on stuff, it's like challenge or random trivia, like weed based stuff. That makes sense.
I don't
Gotcha.
even know what to get y'all
Like
for
fun
this
fact
year
trivia.
for Christmas.
Whereas Louis, you look at the board, you have 30 seconds to find the man passes, and if you're
Got this.
successful,
God
you
damn it.
reward 4 spaces. If you can't find them, do not advance.
So what I'll probably do to add on like this, I'm sure that's a very easy gift you can give them. What I might do to add into this is give them a weed pen for the full thing, full cartridge.
Hell yeah, we can give it together, and it's like
I get a weed pen, you get to the game, and Ace gets some like junk food, Funyuns, beef
yeah,
jerky,
that would be a.
boom. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Thank God I have this on camera. I can't forget about it.
This man got rubbing alcohol like right there where you like would have soap.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have soap. Yes, this man has
That's
soap.
why when I said I forgot soap,
I'm so weak
he
as
said
fuck.
there's
but-
alcohol.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so what we're gonna do is she's gonna get them that game. I'm gonna get them a weed pen with a full cartridge, and you're gonna get them junk food, and we're gonna put it in the same bag.
That's cool.
Cool.
I got the
You know, we
cheap
should do
gift.
each
I'm
separate
totally
bags,
fine.
and I hand them theirs, and you hand them this, and he
I'm
hands
not
them
trying to-
those, and we were
No
like,
offense to
good.
everybody this year.
I'm
I'm
thinking-
not trying to spend a lot of money.
Fair enough. I'm thinking
Which
like
is
one.
great, junk food. You get a Dollar Tree, you throw some chips,
Yeah,
some
100%,
snacks, like you're
yeah.
good, G.
No, I'm saying we get one giant bag, and we just have smaller
I
bags
just
in
put
them.
like
Mine and
$5
Steve's
worth
are-
of fucking
Yeah,
junk food.
mine and
I
Steve's
work-
are gonna be the worst because the game was $30.
Yeah.
The pen's probably gonna be
40.
yeah.
Well, then I got some cash on hand for my recruitment bonuses I got.
Yay!
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry you did.
Oh, that's so nice. That's
God.
Hey,
so
if you guys want to come
nice.
get a recruitment bonus, come work for us like 2 days a month, and then quit after a month, and I can get a $600 recruiting bonus. So
They got about 30 days, but yeah, after that it's pretty nice.
yeah, so come work for me 2 days a month, washing dishes, like morning shift
I will,
or night shift, or whatever you want to do. Give me that bonus, and then quit immediately. I got you.
Oh man, 2 days a week?
A day a week? I don't know.
Yeah, I could do 2 days a week.
if this happened a month ago when I was getting 4 days a week
Yeah.
consistently, I should have absolutely
Yeah,
jumped on it.
because it's $600. I'll split it with you. That's an extra $300 bonus for that month.
But
Plus
like,
your
it's
your
just for
wages.
$300 though.
Plus your wages.
Yeah, plus your wages, but like
Yeah, but
still,
washing dishes for like a
you
morning
probably
shift,
you
you're
probably
only
only
working
get
Yeah.
paid like $8.
That's
Bruh.
that's
No,
I
minimum
haven't
no,
worked-
side hustle.
No,
That's
stop,
side
stop, stop,
hustle.
stop.
I haven't
Minimum
worked
wage,
under
minimum wage
$10.
is $9 an hour.
I don't want to get paid.
I
that
still
much
haven't
anymore.
worked under $10 an hour since I was fucking.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Like
it's
12
going to be
years
at
ago,
least
bruh.
it's going to be at
That's
least
a no
$10 an
go.
hour because minimum wage is $9 now. It's not $7.25.
I understand that.
So it's going to be at least
even as
$10
a side
an
hustle.
hour.
My side hustle was like when I worked as like prep cook for.
Although I'm pretty
other
sure
people.
the two of us
It's been
will
at
have
least
the
like
experience
12
we
to
have.
13.
We can probably get $14 an hour for this project.
Yeah.
Let's be fucking honest.
I know.
Yeah, like you're making at least $10 an hour, but you work for like 2 days a week on a day shift from like 11 to like 2.
I have a night job.
Going for a few
so-
hours, you good, make a little extra cash, be vibing, hanging out with your bestest of friends, get a little bonus at the end of the month, quit your job, have a great time.
I don't even know if I would quit my job after that. If I can get a set schedule over there, and like as a side hustle, and I can put that in on my hot schedule, and like I could do both.
We use hot
Good.
schedules also.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah, we use hot schedules. That's how we get our things.
a lot of people do. Yeah. Such a very efficient way to do it.
It really is. I'm surprised everybody doesn't fucking use it.
Well, we know last
I'm
place
looking
didn't
at
want
you.
to.
You know exactly what I'm talking to.
Want to because it'd be too easy to call up.
Well, I mean, you said they get it approved, but so it really is not any different. They
Well,
just don't want the efficiency because being crazy and disorganized actually gives them more power and control.
Yep. Just like
It
in a
really
cult.
does.
It's a cult.
Just like a cult.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I really can't wait to do my research and actually like do an episode about that.
Say what?
I'm not gonna spread it out, don't worry. But like,
It's feeling culty.
I don't
mean, like-
fucking we'll keep all of it.
whatever.
Oh my gosh. So on one of my shows, I just watched this episode, and one of the episodes was titled, It's Feeling a Little Culty. And in the middle of the episode, they're like trying to go get one of their friends from like this wellness retreat that it's a cult. And they came up, and she said a spew that's like, no, it's just an organization with a tiered goal, purpose, yada, yada, yada. And it
What
sounds,
show
it's
was
like
this?
basically the definitions of a cult. And then the girl literally says the title of the episode was like, this is feeling a little culty.
What show is this?
It's, Legacies. It's like the spin-off from like, the Vampire Diaries and
Never
Origins.
mind. I
Gotcha.
thought it was something else. Yeah, it sounded like a different show.
Well, a lot of the shows touch on the
Yeah.
culty because it's a good
Yeah.
comedic standpoint.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I need another season of Black Mirror. Like a full season.
Side hustles, anyway, come work for us because we need the help.
Yes, 30 days minimum, and then you can quit, and we'll get money. So that's
I had to put up the marquee today, but it was a warrant.
We all saw
did a nice job, man.
That was okay.
Remember when I did the marquee? I had to climb a sketchy ass ladder, like 10 feet in the
We
air.
all did.
Ours was not that.
Like,
Yeah.
it was not safe.
It was not safe at all.
It was not safe.
We had to wedge the ladder between one of those concrete pillars you have at the very base of parking spaces at 7-Eleven,
That's sketchy.
and then up against like the plexiglass marquee. It tells you the name of our restaurant, and then you have
How'd
to
you not
stand
die?
on the
Oh,
top.
God, none of
fucking
us
ring.
never fell.
I always had my phone on me in case I fell, and like, 9, 1, what? But like,
I never have a phone with me. I always
Ours
just did
is
it and
like
just went
not
out
that
there
tall and
bought it.
pretty safe
Yeah,
and like a solid
it's
foundation,
gone.
but my
We
manager
literally
still
are
came
standing
out.
on the top of a 12-foot ladder.
yeah, that's on the good side. On the other side, you had to put it in grass. I would kick holes in the grass to brace the ladders.
Oh no.
Or the-
I'm pretty tall. We actually have two sizes of ladder. I'm pretty tall, so I use a shorter one because me going up to like about like the second set of step, I'm like perfectly fine. But we actually have a taller one for like shorter people, and ours is still like solid and like it's fine. I didn't feel sketchy at all, like we Gucci. But my manager still came outside and was like watching me do it just in case.
There was this one time I had to change the marquee, and it was this
Our
really
people
long,
care.
really long phrase that like spanned the entire like both sides of the marquee, and like it rained the night before, so letters were wet and a little cohesive and sticky and stuff. And I
I
swear
just
to God,
slide mine out the end and they all fall down.
I tried doing that, but you had to go from either end, and like I needed the letters for the rest of the new word. So like,
Ooh,
Oh,
you don't have that many? We have a whole organizer in
Yeah,
the
I used
back
to
for the
hate-
marquee letters.
When the front of house manager would get upset because I'd be like, yeah, why don't you send one of your guys out there? Why are you always sending our people?
listen,
Okay.
our people have things to do.
Yeah.
But
They're,
anyways,
like,
I would-
literally slow as fuck.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, yeah,
You have a busboy walking back and forth doing nothing. Yeah.
You're more okay with back
Sending-
of house people getting hurt or like possibly hurt.
When she's saying that we have
Our vibe is
yeah.
you guys get paid hourly, we get paid to interact with customers, like we need to be inside doing that.
But then again, workman's comp works for front and back of the house. But anyways, back to my story. Like, I had to, like, shimmy the thing, and I swear to God, it was only 2 legs this ladder was on the ground. Just 2. Not 4, but 2, because the way I had to wedge it, one leg was only holding up for, like, a good 10 seconds. Like, I balanced like I was in a goddamn circus. Like, I moved the thing, and, like, the jerking motion of me sliding the letters propelled me on not 2 but 1 leg.
To the other one.
And I was like, oh shit, and then
That's
just barely.
scary.
It was so scary.
Why did they not summon someone else there at least hold the ladder? for
Because
them?
fuck Steve. That's why. I was the go-to person for that marquee for like 3 years.
It was though.
It was
for like years.
it's like, okay, we can get this 6'5" guy to do it, who probably won't be any risk, or this
Right,
5'7" dude named Steve. He'll fucking do it. Like,
We'll do it. We'll get the smallest
No,
guy
see,
in
that's
our
wild.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, even today, like, when I was doing it, like, obviously ours is safe and, like, solid and, like, there's not even an issue. Like, even when I was outside, my manager still came out and was, like, making sure I was good. Like, we good.
nah, fuck that.
Oh, so it's like, they have windows.
Yeah.
And if you fell,
They'll
you
see you.
You see
No,
the
I-
window.
They were paying attention.
I
I
started to do it without my manager because he was like in an interview, and then like as soon as he was done with the interview, like I was pretty much done, but he still came out there and was like, "Oh my gosh, I told you to wait for me. I'm still waiting." Like, those people out
Oh,
there,
no,
like,
most of the time you didn't have like a person spotting you.
No. No.
and we're, like, our
I was
coach,
really tempted 1 or 2 times to like just push the ladder over and lay at the base of it like this, like in Grand Theft Auto when someone dies, like.
like
I hope someone just runs out there scared.
our cooks to do our marquee just because that's part of their outs. Like the girls, like we, because we have like a giant letter organizer that has like all the marquee letters.
I'm
It has
sure
like
yours is
A,
also
B,
safer to
C,
get to.
D,
Yeah,
E,
you like
F.
you're corporate. Back when we were like mom and pop, they didn't give.
Oh no, we're a franchise. We're not
Yeah.
corporate.
I mean, you're better than we were.
Like we still have like we have a giant letter organizer that we got. So just because we used to have them
Oh, no,
all in a
we
box,
just had, like,
which was a
a
pain
stack.
in the ass.
Stack.
We had a shoebox.
Yeah, we had a shoebox of stack of letters.
Yeah, we had all
Yep.
ours all in a giant box, and then for one Christmas, like we have like
Might get lucky. if
we have
they
like
order.
wish lists that we have for like our franchise. People like, oh, you know, if we have any spare money, like we would like to get this or this or this, just kind of like make our lives easier, not like a necessity. And one year we asked for a like a letter organizer and like new letters because some of ours are getting like broken and janky.
Mhm.
So they got us this nice, this like little cubby hole. It's about this big that has like A slot, B slot that we put all the letters in and stuff. Changed our life so much easier. So we'll take those, take them out, and do it. Like the girls pull the letters and then we'll like set them in a stack like in order. And then all the cooks have to do is like for one of their outs, like third outs or something, they'll just go and put it up real quick.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind doing it. Like I said, I did it today. I've done it a few times before just to make things go faster. It's not that big a deal, but yours sounds scary.
It was very sketchy. Yeah. It was very sketchy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it if it was that scary.
Yeah, see,
A lot
they
of
made
people
it
didn't want
seamless
to.
though. You're a bitch if you didn't do it.
Oh yeah, they're very.
And I'm afraid of heights, so
Like,
it
it
was that
doesn't even
serious.
matter. They don't care about.
They're
it.
like, wait, you're not gonna do this. Like, you
Yeah.
don't want to be a team player. You don't want to actually do it. Like,
Yeah.
they had a way of making you seem like the worst person in the world for like refusing to do like the most dangerous and like incoherent shit.
You guys put up with a lot of shit.
Man, you have no fucking idea.
A lot of shit.
No idea.
Yeah.
We probably could write a book about it. And maybe
No,
all the
really, just
lawsuits.
because like I've been trained like back of
Huh.
house. Like I'm a front of house person,
Yeah,
like
why
obviously,
book?
but I've been trained back of house. So, like multiple restaurants I worked at, and I never have I ever. Half the shit you guys had to do.
Never have I ever had to work with third-degree burns and get yelled at by my boss for getting third-degree burns, and then working with third-degree burns, and then to ask why I'm not working fast enough. I'm like,
Put a finger
I
down.
have third-degree burns, and they're like, whatever, keep working.
And we've had people put their foot in a fryer before.
Wait,
I had a
what?
guy put his hand in the fryer.
Like, willingly put his hand in the fryer? Or a foot in the fryer?
Dagny, yeah. He was
Who?
cleaning.
Oh, Dagny. Actually, I heard about this.
Dagny,
actually.
he was.
Like-
So our fryers made
He
the
went at
fence-
workman's comp, or...
Oh yeah, no, definitely. He got like full like.
No, like, he wanted, like, he did
No,
it.
no, no, this
No, I heard about
dumbass
this
was
one.
cleaning the fryer vents up top because part of the
I know.
out thing is you have to take out like the fryer.
I know exactly what
and
you're
do
talking
it.
about. Yeah.
And for some reason, like whatever happened, instead of doing it like the normal way, like pull, because our fryers move, they're on rollies.
Yeah.
Pushing the fryers out,
Or put a sea tray over
and
it,
you
yeah.
can still continue to cook or whatever, and like do the thing. He didn't. He decided to like half climb up on the steam table, half climb up the fryer, was doing the shit, slipped, but his deep fried his fucking foot.
Ooh.
Bro, that's crazy. Like, just the thought of your foot getting in a goddamn fryer. Fuck that shit.
Right? And we're like, why would you even... Anyway.
I mean, granted, you have a shoe on, but that's only held for so long.
No. Once it's above your ankle, you're fucked.
Yeah, it stays in there. You have to take your shoe
and then it's
off.
in there. Even if it's just the bottom of it. That's just
and your sock. Take your sock off, too. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that.
I'll get him to singing photos, and also Little Chase. You guys have met Little Chase.
Yeah.
We have, yes.
Little Chase deep fried his hand.
Fine young man.
He,
Poor guy.
Yeah, no, he like dropped something in the fryer, I think was the story, and he just like instinctively like.
Yep, one of our friends did the exact same thing.
Yeah, and he brought his hand.
Evan.
With the phone, right?
With the phone.
His wasn't terrible. It was pretty bad. Like he had like second degree burns and stuff.
This fucking day.
Poor guy.
He was. Little Chase was better than that. Luckily, I think he's fully recovered except for some like baby pink skin. But he did a sweep. But yeah, no, Dagny put his foot. Poor Dagny. We have a saying. We're gonna cut all this out.
Okay.
His name's right. We have the saying. It's called "Don't Dagny up the day." It's basically don't fuck up the day.
Has that survived long after he's gone?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
thank God.
He unfortunately he was like the person. Had the biggest heart and the most effort. Like he was like the one cook who was like, yeah, I'm here. We're doing great. I'm gonna do my best job. I love this company. We're fantastic. I'm gonna do all I can do. But all he could do was fuck things up sometimes. His best ability went astray a lot. Even though he, like, with all good intentions, was, like, doing his best job, and he just...
He made it to manager, though.
Yeah, he did. He made it to manager, but he just... Because he had such, like, heart and effort and really, really wanted to do good. I was like, he was, like, your go-to person, would do anything for you, was, like, always positive attitude, like, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But just sometimes he fucked things up. It just happened. Like, there's... No rhyme or reason, some things just went wrong.
I mean, when you get so enthusiastic about some things, you lose.
You forget about the consequences, alright? You just go
confident.
all in
And
there.
like, even...
Just go all in.
A dog with a ball, or a dog and a bone. You forget about everything else, and you just...
Yes. But there was also those things, but there was also the times that were things that were completely out of his control. Like, yes, sometimes he fucked up things, but also... Whenever anything went wrong, he was there. Like, here in Hampton, when there was a shooting in the store, he was there.
Poor guy.
When there was
my god. Yeah, that sounds like some black sheep shit, bro. Like, I don't want to be in the shift
when there's, like, for some reason, like, there, and it's like, it's truck day, and the truck doesn't show up when we're out of everything, it's him there. Or just like, if anything goes wrong, he's there. So we had the saying, don't dag me up the day, because just don't fuck up the day. Do whatever you can to just not make this day go through.
What a legend. His name is on a dry ice board somewhere.
And it's just the best thing I've ever, like, God love him, but just like, fuck,
so
man. Stay the fuck away from my shift.
Oof. He's the nicest guy, too. Oh.
Yeah, it really is.
No, it really is.
He really is the nicest guy.
Really is.
That's just unfortunate.
And he actually tries. That's the thing. Like, he may not do it right, but he tries more than, like, any other person. So,
good for him.
But stay away from my business.
I was like, I love you, man, but, like, request off.
If there's an important day, please don't schedule
I just got sick.
I can do one day with you, that's it.
I can come in, when your shift in, I can come at 4.
Like, Dad, just focus on your side hustle for like 5 days a week, alright?
I'm ready to leave you at any time, but I can't do this. We don't work together.
You work mornings now? Yeah, I'm a night.
No, I just feel bad, so, because even, like, the upper people, they know what happens to him, and they'll just leave him to, like, whatever, something happens, it's like, well, you can deal with it, but you're like, they wouldn't want to deal with it, so why would you leave, like, your second in command to deal with it? Which is also the problem with management. It's very like... Which I'm the biggest person in the restaurant industry. I feel like the not my monkeys, not my circus is a very big vibe.
I've gotten to that point where if it's tomorrow's problem,
it's
not my problem.
Not my monkeys, not my circus. But at the same time, I've been in that position too where I'm like closing. I'm like, not my monkeys, not my circus. But I'm also, the problem is I'm opening and I'll come and be like... Damn it.
So, yeah, if I'm opening, I wish I would have done this. I make sure I set myself up for success the next day. There's plenty of times
I'm always putting it off on future Logans, on my Clopins, and then future Logans, like, fuck you. And I never learned my lesson. Never.
Why would you? Honestly, that's
What do you
never.
mean, why
works
would
in the-
you?
If
At
it
some
works
point,
in the moment, there's no need to worry
Because
about it
when you're
later.
tired and hateful and been there for 12 hours and you're just like, fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow.
That's why you prepare
But then-
through that 12 hours.
But then when you walk in the morning, you're tired and just worked 12 hours and like the previous night, you're like, damn it.
Who closed last night?
No, me.
Yep.
Love that.
That's the best one, isn't it?
No, but I think the best ones is like, at least for front of house, like silverware is a big thing.
Yeah, we have this one.
And if there's more than 2 pieces of silverware, they freak out. Even though we have like 400 pieces of silverware in the restaurant, right? Like 400. And if we walk in and there's more than like 5, it's a problem. But I'm like, realistically, there's 6 pieces of silverware out of 400. So sorry. You have a full rack up front. It doesn't matter. Hurts your life or my life or none of the lives at all. But there's been some nights when I close and I open, I'm like, well, shit, there's like 10 pieces of silver, which, again, 10 pieces out of 400 is not that big a deal.
It's
It's just like the very end, like even after like the front of house leaves, it's like the back house, you have those random forks and knives that just like, you're used for other things that get put back there. They're like, well, shit, I'll just do the rest of 10 in the morning, like, in no point or anything is going to affect anyone else. But then in the morning, you're not like the first person that gets there, and then you walk in, you're like, oh, these closers left like 10 pieces, and that's terrible. And I walk in, I'm like, I left that for me right now. I got it.
Yep.
It's fine. I'm like, oh,
They
we
didn't get a
didn't
memo.
know. We didn't know. I'm like, yeah, you didn't know. Stop picking out the petty shit.
You gotta leave a note, man.
Because bitches
note.
be petty.
Bitches
They
do
Bitches be petty.
They do be petty, very petty.
over the littlest shit.
The dumbest things, really.
And back of the house is that way too. Like I have come over like back of the house.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they didn't set out this specific pan. They set up the pan with a dent in
Bro,
it. I don't
fuck
like
that.
this
Yeah,
one.
There's Jews like that. Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
nah.
this has the
There's a
bend in the
guy.
lip. I don't like the butter pan to have the
exactly
bend
the
that
way
sits
he does
sideways.
it every fucking day. This man loses it. Yeah, and I just laugh at it.
You're like, that plastic Lexan has a little warp in it. I want that one with the brown stain versus the warp. Like,
Yeah, instead of
the
having
work cooks differently,
this
man.
man, like when I first started, we used to use in this shelving 2 6-pans of the exact same item. I was like, why don't we just use a third pan and a deep third pan? Like, I started doing that. I came in the next day. It was not like that again. Yeah, it took the manager saying like, yeah, it's totally fine for us to do this. It is more efficient.
2 halves versus
yeah.
1 whole.
Like, yeah, bro, you've been working here how long and you didn't think doing this? No.
See, that's what happens when people get like too comfortable with the situation. They can't think outside the realm of their
what
own
they're doing.
perspective.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something like that, like 2 of the same thing equal 1 of the whole.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same.
Bro,
Fractions
it's
are
literally
people's
the
strong
same.
suits sometimes.
No, we all cut out at fractions about 5th grade. That's why we're in the restaurant industry.
More or less.
No.
Yeah.
Some people really should have
I
learned
got in
fractions.
trouble with the law. I had to go to the military. It's all a story.
Well, yeah, because you went into fractions, sir.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Other things. So there's a large part of the restaurant industry that cut out when the fractions were being discussed.
And the metric system. But then, ironically, they got back
That's
into
the whole
metric
country,
system.
so... Ironically, when we deal with the restaurant industry, we know more of the metric system than the rest of the people do.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, what? Say that again?
Oh, the
Like,
metric
in the
system.
restaurant industry, we're more exposed to the metric system when it comes to, like, weights and, like, different stuff than the rest of the world.
Get it? You get it, Ace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. God damn it.
Tommy Chong has taught us well. Otherwise, Tommy Chong, quote,
Because even a lot of the international food stuff, like you're doing with other stuff, it's...
by weight and grams.
It's by... A lot of ours have both.
They always print out both, because a lot of products are written in Spanish as well, to accommodate for those individuals, and
They're on the metric.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because sometimes you want to go by metric because mathematically wise, it's much easier to do a recipe based on grams
a lot of recipes
or ounces
for, like,
than pounds or slugs.
But you
Especially,
also
I've
don't
noticed
have
for
like, metric equipment.
Sometimes the measuring cups do not have metric on them. I'll give you that. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. And you have to just know 16 ounces to
I noticed for
pound and 8 ounces
recipes, for like
too.
working
Yeah.
for, not necessarily like for my job now because we're a franchise and like we're more Americanized, but for instance when I work at Applebee's is like an international company.
Did not know that about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of our stuff is like you have like your general recipes for stuff, but it's also when it's a corporate entity, they send out one manual for everything.
Literally everything.
So we have the one manual
There's
that's like
nothing that doesn't have a
you have like the
manual.
one
No.
that's more geared toward like your United States ones, but they also have the part of the manual that's like different like languages translated and like different systems. So
Yep.
it's like they can send out one manual for everything in the world.
whole region,
Even the
yeah.
company that I work for now, even though we're a franchise of a corporate entity that has stores in 260
A lot. It's all over the
countries.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a
So-
large
It's Hooters.
number, yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot.
Yeah, it's small bit. On the bike, that's why.
Cheap.
No, that's just a little crotch rocket.
Yeah, because you wouldn't buy a regular rocket. Because, anyways, whenever I
Metric
hear loud
system.
vehicles, I always think of that.
No,
because it's
100%.
associated, yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. Like, I need attention.
Or big trucks, you're like,
We get it, bro.
yeah, but for the metric system, we definitely
We're slowly
have
catching
all
up.
of the options.
Yeah.
Dude, and actually for money, I was trying to explain this to someone the other day when I talk about money.
Mhm.
For a math equivalent, for like percentages is
Yeah.
the big thing that I talk about.
Yeah.
If you were just to ask me, like, hey, what's 20% of 100? My brain would be like, ugh.
Yeah.
But if you, and I do what's 20% of 100, but you add a dollar sign in front of it,
It's different, yeah.
I'd be like,
Your brain associates certain symbols with certain
yeah.
numerical values.
So
Yeah.
you could ask me a percentage of anything, like any number, whatever, and just say percentage. I would have to like stop and like think about it. But if in my head, if I add a dollar sign in front of that number, I can immediately be like, this is the number,
What's 10% of $100?
$10.
There you go.
Or if you do like what's
25% of $100?
or like what's 20% of $54? It's $10.80.
That sounds, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like I
Way
can
to
do
go, man.
anything with it's like if I add a dollar percentage, like we're fine.
It's kind of like that episode of The Office where, like, that guy Kevin, who's an accountant, who constantly makes mistakes in accounting, can't do math worth shit, but if it involves pies, spot on every time. And it's like, what happens if you get 23 pies plus 5 pies minus 15, but then you divide that by 6 pies? 2.1 pies, or whatever the fuck it is, and you guess it
Yeah.
automatically. But in accounting wise with money, he's like,
And it's just, like I say, it's everything's such a mental thing. Where it's like just mentally, if I had the dollar sign in my head, it's just an instantaneous versus I
Yeah.
try to like think about. Because if you're thinking about it as a math problem, like, well, shit, it's a math problem, and get
Yeah.
in math mode, try to do the thing.
which that's more a risk and reward kind of thing. Like, your brain fires off the risk reward section versus, like, the whole panicky section, like it's a math test thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
You're like, oh, 640 is 20% of what? It would be $32. And I can do that. But you try to tell me that in like just math sense, and I'd be like, give me a second.
Heard that. Math works different with people, though.
Like I say, I was always like good at math, but once I got to it, I kind of fell off the board after like the easy math skills. Once you got into like equations and numbers and stuff, I kind of fell off the board because I'm a much more person that I love knowledge that I can just see a question, answer the question. Like I love history and science because ask a question, there's an answer, a single answer that you can just tell the answer to. Where a lot of people, when they talk about like different like left brain or right brain kind of people, it's either like math and science or like reading and history kind of things. I'm kind of like halfway across the board just because I like to get a question, answer a question, move on.
Gotcha.
I don't want to work out a math problem. I don't want to read a thing to do
You don't
it.
just dive too deep into something.
Yeah, I just want you to ask me a question and me know the answer, and that's it. We move on.
Heard that.
Nothing wrong with that. I feel that though.
And I like there to be a definitive answer. I don't like morals and ethics and stuff where I'm like, oh, well, it could be this, but it
Keep
could
it
be
black
this, but
and
it could be
white.
that.
Listen, I
Like,
was good at
I like black and white
everything
questions.
except English class. English class, I hated with a fucking passion.
Trying to find the hidden meaning in the words.
I could do
Yeah.
the reading, I could do it, I could deduce the
I didn't
question,
care.
but it wasn't
just
my
didn't-
favorite.
yeah, I just didn't
didn't
care.
like it.
Yeah, I just
It
didn't care.
depends on the stories you had to read as well. Because some teachers were like on some wild ass shit where like you would have to like focus and fixate on something
I
for a while
love
to get
the
it.
concept of The
Yeah.
Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Everything about the 20s. I didn't care about the story at all. I didn't care about that. I didn't care about like Beowulf. There's so many different stories where I just did not give a fuck about. Like
I mean, Grant,
they force you to read.
did you ever see the movie Beowulf?
Yeah, I mean it's trash too, but
It's better. Family Guy did a pretty good Great Gatsby. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, they did.
I like that meme where it was like, oh, so the author, in the story that they were talking about,
Odyssey,
the curtains were blue behind them to express their depression and inner sadness, and the author was like, no, I said they were blue because I like the color blue.
Oh my god, yeah, like there's this one meme thread where like this one stick figure guy's in English class and he's like reading Shakespeare and he's like the teacher's like, listen to the red door, read the red door. The red door is supposed to symbolize this or that or whatever, right? And the character's like, fuck this, and leaves and goes to engineering school, right? He's like, I want to learn math. And he's like, I like your attitude. And he studies math and does this and does that for engineering and this, that.
Redwood makes the best wood for
And
the
then,
server.
and then he finds out traveling in the different dimensions, and then he goes to the Naruto dimension where he learns to oh my god, the revive the dead spell or what the fuck it is.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, he learns that, and then he transfers back to the original universe and revives Shakespeare, right? And it's like, oh my god, what's he gonna do with this? And then he finds the teacher's house. And then brings the Shakespeare to the teacher's house and opens the door, and he's like, the door is just red. That's it. There's no meaning behind
no
it.
It was
meaning.
redwood, that's why I said it was red.
I like the color red, lady. Don't make your students learn about this stuff.
The Lowe's was out of every stain except the redwood stain.
Exactly. But it was
Yeah, I
like
feel like
a
even
random
if Shakespeare came back and was like, yeah, there's no meaning to this shit, like somebody would be like, nah,
Someone would be like,
there's more meaning.
I want there
I
there
feel- I
isn't.
feel like-
yeah, there is meaning.
I
yeah.
feel like the perfect saying for this is actually a Talladega Nights saying, where
I drink excellence.
no. You know his entire
If you're
thing
not first,
is
you're
if you're not
last.
first, you're last.
Mm.
And at the end of the story, his dad
So
was
good
like,
sayings.
"Well, hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that."
That's a great line.
Yeah, it's such a great
That
line,
man
though.
lived his entire
He said-
adult life.
He said, "You
Whole
ain't first."
life
He said,
for
"If you
that,
ain't
bro.
first, you're last." And his dad said, "Who told you that?" He said, "Well, you did." He said, "Well, hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that."
That goes to show what incredible shit you think is incredible, but it's just complete
Yeah,
nonsense.
it was like a little moment to you was like a piss into somebody else.
I don't remember saying that
Yeah, like,
shit.
Perception's a bitch,
Because
isn't it?
I have had people say that shit to me, and I'm like, bro, I've never said that to you. And I'm like, wow.
I'm gonna start replying anytime anyone says, "Do you remember that time?" Well, hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that.
You guys in the meme with the guy actually like hitchhiking both ways and he said it too? Because he literally hitchhiked in both directions. Like, you know where the hell was going, he said.
Yeah.
Going anywhere but here.
Anywhere but here, I don't care where it is.
I just need a ride.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Mother
Galaxy
Fate
is a
take me.
good story for that.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Because it is a good, like, whatever, we just here kind of thing.
That's so funny. A lot of quotes have come from that movie too. Not good quotes, but quotes that have survived the test of time nonetheless.
Yeah, anything before 2016 was quotable in movies.
I wouldn't even say that. I would say 2012. That's the last time I saw movies that were like
Because
heavily
2012
quotable.
was the movie that our world's ending and...
I still
Our
think it
world
actually.
was supposed to end.
I wouldn't say it did end, and we're like in the alternate universe. Like,
Or
Are we all dead
we're
now?
all actually dead. Yeah.
not dead.
We might be.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
We might be.
It might be better than the alternative.
This makes more sense
honestly.
now.
There's this one internet theory about this this one time traveler, John something, not John Connor, but like John whatever. He would like he traveled back in time from like 2075 in an actual like.
Was that crazy
Whatever.
man that wrote the memoirs?
It could be. I don't know. I saw this once late at night and I couldn't sleep all those
Yeah,
years ago.
he was a crazy man that wrote a bunch of memoirs that
But
were like
no.
vaguely kind of okay. It
But
was
no,
like
but-
tarot, like astrology. It was astrology. He was like close enough that it was
No.
like, oh, but
But does he work for the Simpsons?
I don't. It's not.
oh,
Matt
he
Groening,
should
no.
though. He should.
But no, the story I'm talking about is like it's a very like internet cult media thing where like a lot of people believe it because of how complex and intricate the story is. Guy travels back in time. He lives with his parents and his kid self for some freaking reason, and then like I love how from
Yeah,
the
I saw
couch
that.
as I'm
And they're from
going.
like Indiana or
Hold on.
something like big.
Why would you go back to your family?
Because the way the timeline happened, when he was a kid, he remembered his older self living with him, so he had to follow the same timeline to avoid a paradoxical event. And the crazy thing is, the time traveling.
So he actually remembered himself living with him?
Yes, he was in his own paradox.
Bruh,
He was his own self-correcting paradox.
I would break any paradox I'm in.
You can't do it, and
No, you can.
it would destroy the universe.
So, fuck the universe. What
Well,
would the
you
universe
didn't
ever
think
do
that.
for me? What would the universe ever done for me?
With the tease, this podcast,
Yeah, that's not good enough.
a really dope Marvel T-shirt.
That's still not good enough.
Have you seen Marvel?
Still not good enough. I will waste the fucking universe. If I had to relive...
What about that one
Yeah,
time you
if
were
I
X
could-
amount of drunk and the world felt good?
Yeah,
No,
that's one time.
For that guy, the reason he came back like whatever government job or whatever.
Yeah.
But then he got stuck for whatever reason. He couldn't go back. I don't know if it was political or like something technological.
Obviously, he got
I
stuck.
wanna see what's
That's
on
why
the
the
same story,
paradox
yeah.
is a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a political or a
Yeah, I think
technological, but for whatever reason he got stuck past the time he was supposed to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he sought out his family, because about that time he was like 6-year-old or something. He was like
He was 6?
in the time that he was
yeah,
in.
okay,
He
He
really
was
was
a
the
small
6-year-old
boy.
self. I think we're talking about the
So
story now,
he
yeah.
so he came back and found his family because he's panicking. It was like I can't get back, so he did whatever like
No, fam.
anyone would do would be like go back to your family kind of thing.
Why not?
I
So
wanna
he-
know what's going on in like the stock market and like
Well,
what's
that's the
happening.
thing. He couldn't actually do much because he would alter timeline.
Yeah.
His timeline, and
So?
he might vanish.
So, but apparently
Like,
he
vanish
did.
and create a
Apparently he
whole-
did.
If it was,
He
it
did
was
do
me,
okay.
I'm gone. But myself, my little me there,
Give him notes and stuff.
Yeah,
like, yo,
he
that's
would've
this,
been-
No, no,
that.
no.
He would've
He,
been
Well,
so
then
no,
miserable.
it's a
he couldn't
lieutenant
give him
then.
information because if he did well in the stock market, his life would have changed where he wouldn't have got this job
He
and did
doesn't
that
know
and
that.
came back.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
he does.
theories. No, we have theories of that shit. But
There's
like,
one-
yo,
that's this guy's thing.
Alternate
Storyline,
alternate universes could possibly be our alternate futures also.
Yeah, like as we are self-existing, the second we make
Yeah,
a left
so-
turn instead of
yeah.
right, it's the universe.
But anyway, from what I remember of this guy, he found his family, found his younger self, and he made a lot of predictions. And from what I recall, he did do okay in the stock market. Like, not like crazy big money, but he did enough to like survive. He got
Like,
like
he
a decent
intentionally-
job and did something like survive
He
himself and like
intentionally
do
restricted
okay.
himself to like not fucking up the economy.
Yeah, and he made it. There was like a book of his predictions where a lot of his random predictions did come true, but the ones that did not, that were blatantly
Like
wrong.
sport bet. Oh, I would have sports bets too.
Yeah,
Super
like
Bowl,
he
such
made
a-
enough on betting and
Back
theories
to
and
the
whatever
Future
that
too.
was
Yeah,
fine.
Back to the Future too, bro.
But there was enough.
Biff.
There was
Sorry,
enough that like went wrong and was wrong that he blamed it on the alternate timeline of him getting stuck and meeting his family, where it changed like
But
butterfly
from
effect
what y'all
stuff.
are saying, he was already meant to be in that paradox.
But
Yes
at
and
the
no.
same time,
You had to
alternate,
follow
it was a
similar-
whole.
Quantum physics gets pretty complicated after a certain point. You can follow it along
Yeah.
as much as you want, but
Yeah,
there can be
that's why
some
I
new
believe
variable.
no theory or none of those theories are real.
Mm.
Nobody knows what the fucking future holds,
I gotta pick one. I wonder. It's like,
if there are from the future.
Yeah, but that's why it was just enough to make people be like, we should look into this versus. But it's just enough on those theories of like children being reincarnated. We're like, let me look into this. It's just suspect enough to like, I'll look into it.
Yeah, they're now just saying we got parallel universes. Like they can not see them, but they can know they're actually there now, which is fucking phenomenal. Because it's only a matter of time where we can transport to these universes.
I feel like the children being reincarnated stories are a little bit more interesting for me to read and like kind of have faith in than like the time traveler theories, because there is the butterfly effect and like all kinds of like once you do something it's completely changed and yada yada.
So you believe in Buddhism?
No, I don't believe in any of it. I don't think there's anything before or after, but I think the reincarnation stories have a little bit more interest and like to the imagination than the
I just
time
don't,
travel theories.
Well, this is just getting religion, but I just can't see how a soul will want to go to another being.
Do it again?
And do it again, yeah. And do it again. Like, yeah. I just can't see that. I couldn't see that. Like, and it's an ever-going thing. And then, like, you got to think about, like, there wasn't that many people in the world, so where are these extra souls coming from to repopulate the world? Because
that's a new soul versus old soul in Buddhist generation of all the ants to the people to the yada yada.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
But I think the reincarnation theories are interesting just because of the information, like, you know, no energy is lost or only transformed kind of thing.
I get it. Totally 100%.
Or maybe there's ways you can absorb information that, you know, wasn't necessarily you're the same person, but there's information lost and stored and traveled in different ways.
So, how would that go about with cloning?
Oh, I don't believe in any of it. I don't believe in any of it. I'm just saying that it's a more interesting and mind talking about theory than the other ones.
Well, I mean, any time travel talk, it's always fun until you're
we're done with the time travel.
Oh, wait, you did? Oh, shit.
No, I was saying, like, for me, like, the theories of, like, children being reincarnated
I believe it.
Are more interesting than time
Alright,
travel
if you bring in reincarnation, where does the soul of a person that's been cloned come from?
Good question. Where does it come from?
I feel like it would be a completely different soul. Just because you're genetically the same person does not
where
mean your
do
soul's
these
the
new
same.
souls... Yeah, say like 50 years ago, or 50 years ago. 50 years ago, there wasn't as many people on Earth.
Yeah.
No,
but
there is
see,
like there's an X amount of more people on Earth. So where are these souls coming from?
Well, the thing about energy is not consumed nor destroyed; always transferred. So
That's
maybe from different worlds or different times.
And the soul is not the same as the body. Like there's reincarnation stories of little boys.
Is dying and going to a next soul. That means there should be extra soul, or there shouldn't be extra souls for the new people.
I mean, but energies can be created, just not.
Maybe your soul itself.
Where are these souls coming from? Where are the energy of these souls coming from?
Maybe
they're new. They can be created.
Possibly the energy is always existing, but the energy itself gains sentience and then making a soul. It's very philosophical and very complicated. Yeah.
Yeah,
makes sense.
And of course, as mortal humans, we have no answers and stuff.
As a clone, they would be a whole new soul. Because there's stories of children being reincarnated. There's this one that
that's why people say that's why birthmarks are a thing. It tells you how you died in your previous life.
Yeah.
There was this one story of this little boy. He was a little white boy.
Well, you came back twice then, buddy. Or you got stabbed twice.
I think I got stabbed twice.
He was this little white boy, and like the one that I looked at, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't believe in any of it, but it's this little white boy. He decided when he was like 2 years old, his name was Pam.
Okay.
And he told his parents a story about when he was Pam and had a job, and like it was like something like marketing or something, but in like little kid words.
Gotcha.
And he used to like wear these specific jewelry and do this thing, and he told of like his family members like actually said their like full names, like this is me, yada yada. And his parents started looking into it, and then they eventually found details in like a news story from like 15, 20 years earlier of like a giant fire. And it was of this African American like 30-year-old woman with the exact same name and details and family members and stuff.
I heard stories like this.
Yeah, I heard stories like this too, yeah.
They put together, like, they did a whole thing, and it was, like, they're kind of worried about him. They took him to a psychologist and, like, yada yada, because he was, like, having, like, really bad phobias and stuff. And they actually put together a book with, like, the Pam's picture and, like, a bunch of other, like, African-American women and, like, people and just, like, all sorts of random people. And when you got the page, he's like, this is me. And this little, like, 5-year-old white boy was like, oh, I'm this, like, 30-year-old African-American woman. Like, this was my soul before. Like, I had the same fears because that's how she died. She didn't die in, like a business fire or something. And I was like, oh, that's kind of random and specific. Which, I mean, it can happen, you know. Out of the textbooks of possibilities happen. But
I hate to cut you off, but we're like an hour and almost 15
we're going to cut
minutes.
off, like, half of this because has great skills.
But we're going to have to do our outro and intro. Alright?
I can cut them in. I already had an idea where I can cut the intro in.
I understand that part, but...
Oh, you're going to do like a... But crash, and it's going to be fun.
Most podcasts is no more than like 120.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be like a 30-minute episode, because he's going to edit.
Yeah, this is not going to be 30 minutes.
How you been drinking, ma'am?
I'll do it. I'll cut it in.
This is not going to be 30 minutes. Because it's a lot to waste.
Because this entire, like, reincarnation
somebody
episode...
do the intro. Somebody do the intro.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
We got to the okay.
Yeah, that's it. Do the intro.
Okay, ready?
You guys ready?
Give me a second. You guys know I do it best. Is this the Christmas edition or random edition?
It doesn't matter.
Just
It's
regular.
two.
Regular. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to our episode of
Two cooks.
and one server. We have a bunch of great topics today, especially introducing this. What are we gonna do?
All
I didn't get
sorts of
that far.
things.
I think we're just gonna tangent this shit.
Yeah, we're going to go on lots of.
It's gonna be a lot of tangents and cut clips. Okay, I got this.
Side hustle,
Read
time
you.
travel.
Okay.
Yo, I need that
Ready?
blooper. I need that.
Oh, it's happening. Yes. I'm not sure where, but
Alright.
Lub-a-dub-dub.
I need that. Start
Okay.
back over.
You ready? Ready?
Fuck. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Lub-a-dub-dub.
Yep.
Rick and Morty.
I would Futurama on that bitch.
Futurama, all sorts of science fiction-y
Yeah, no,
stuff.
no.
Kids, we go on time travel for a minute, yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So our exit. We're gonna do. Thanks for listening to Two Cooks One Server. Hope you enjoyed a lot of the skirt cutoffs.
Alright, I'll start up with the,
Yeah, I don't care.
so y'all want to cut it here?
Let's go.
Alright.
Yeah, this
start
is
out.
this is the
This is the
extra.
outro.
No, I'll say, like, you want to cut it here, and then you go with the, Logan, you want to hit the outro, like, this has been...
I already said it.
Yes, yes, that's good.
Okay, cool.
So you're
Yes.
just cutting out me. I
Mhm.
got it.
You can say what we want
No, I
to
already
say.
said it. I said it before. We're
Well,
cutting it.
say it again.
Why do I have to say it again?
I need a 3, 2, 1 because we were unprepared.
Much more easily stitchable together.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Do it again.
Extra sketching. I'm not doing it for the
2
extra.
seconds.
I was unaware that you were like, we're cutting it now because you said it so
I said
softly.
that.
You said it
I
so
literally-
softly.
What
I
do you
thought
mean?
you
I
were
didn't say
talking
it
to us.
softly.
I thought
I
you
thought
were
you were talking to us, not like them.
I was saying it, period.
No,
I was cutting,
there's a
'cause I
difference
did this
between
all-
us and
It's
them.
not the first time I've done this. I've
I will
done it
work it
multiple
That's
out.
what
times.
she said.
God
Alright, want to hit again, please?
damn it.
Please.
All right. Yo, fuck, it doesn't even sound natural when I say it now.
You want to cut it here now, guys?
We're gonna cut it here. This was
Two cooks.
and one server for our
Oh.
spliced up edition.
Thanks for watching, guys. See y'all next time.
Happy year, whatever.